Hello guys, it's me, the X-Whatever here today. Today we're doing what deku was a vigilante, part 1. Maybe. But if you guys really like this series, if we see 1,000 likes on this video, I will do part 2. But anyway, I'll get on to the video. See, after all the Hammerhead drones all exploded, one of their explosions actually teleported the whole drone to somewhere really far out in a forest, where in a forest and the and what was left of it was the torso and arm. However, the next 13 years, the arm was gone and the reactor was slowly dying out. All that was left was the head. It was just sticking out of the rocks on the river. As a little small child come running away from someone, and it was Kachan bullying Deku, as usual. Deku begins running for his life, but he trips on something, and that's when Kachan begins putting on his quirk full on Deku. However, after that, Bakugo's friends and Bakugo's friends begin to leave, telling Deku that he will never be a hero without a quirk. As Deku's getting up, he hits the helmet again, but a huge bolt of energy begins going through his leg, into his very body, into his brain. After that, Deku fell unconscious for a few minutes, and he wakes back up and begins going to his mom. However, that shock is actually the Hammerhead systems, but when Deku doesn't have a quirk, but somehow the AI it's evolving in Deku's brain, it's going to evolve into Ash, because I like the name Ash. Okay, so yeah. After Deku, if you guys don't like this, if you like this version better, I'm down for that. But just tell me which one you like. But anyway, after Deku was in junior high, the AI started to see in through Deku's eyes a little bit, but not much, due to the AI not having a consciousness yet. It saw images of this one kid just burning the book in front of him, and then nothing. However, when Deku after a few minutes went by, Deku grabbed onto All Might's leg. After All Might landed on the rooftop and unbuffed, and when he said those words to Deku, "Sorry, kid, you can't be here without a quirk. It's not possible." So All Might leaves the door. Deku's dreams have been shattered to the idol that he's been looking up to for his entire life. His heart was broken. That's when Ash finally gained consciousness, and the memories that Ash is seeing in Deku's head is nothing but hatred for All Might. And Ash understands this. So Deku begins going home, and the Sludgeville incident never happened. After Inko told Deku that she's found a job for him, and she could go to UA, but what's the point? He said, "I can't get in without a quirk, Mom." As Deku begins just flops onto his bed as he closes his door, sighing, begins crying on the pillowcase and saying, "Why? Why? Why did he have to say that? He could have said, yes, he could be here without quirk. But no, he's just a liar. No wonder everyone no wonder everyone likes him. He may be the symbol of peace, but he's nothing but a power-hungry monster," Steku's saying. As Ash is taking so much emotions to this and feels the rage that's growing in Izuku. After Izuku calmed down and went to sleep, Ash hacked into Izuku's computer because Ash can link to any device that's around the world. Ash begins going through some old factories. Some old military factories that are still operational. He found several, but 6 of them were permanently destroyed. However, 1 was still operational. Are you kidding me? Oh, you fucking motherfucker. Sorry guys, give me a minute. I thought I had the factory. There's the factory. Jesus. Jesus. God damn. I'm sorry guys. The factory. Been abandoned due to a nuclear incident. The reactor right next to him exploded. However, the radiation was still there, but was slowly getting back to safe levels. As Ash was checking the data, it had some power still. And that's when Ash began building this. However, Ash didn't make this to be a suit like an Iron Man. However, the torso inside, we bell up to right through the thing is right there. So Deku could get into there, and he can just look through the drone's visor, basically. But anyway, after Deku got out of his bed, he noticed that his computer was on, so he turned it off. And then he begins walking down, he begins saying goodbye to his mom, and begins walking down the street. And he hears a voice in his head that says, go right. As Deku's like, right, as the thing kept saying, right, again. So Deku decided to say, okay, I'll go right. As Deku's going right, something appears out of darkness, and it is this suit. As Deku's like, what the hell are you? Are you some type of villain? As the robot says, no, I am not. As Deku's like, then who are you? I want to help you, Master. Deku's like, Master? What do you mean? As the robot begins explaining, well, you see, I have been developing in your head since you were a child. And I've just gotten sorry guys. I just woke up to yesterday. Just like, so that means as the robot says, no, I'm not your quirk, unfortunately. But I have seen your hatred for All Might, and how people say you can't be a hero without a quirk, right? As Deku's like, sorry guys, I have to fucking delete this again. I don't want to, but at the same time, I have to, so, yeah. Yes. Okay, so, basically, how have you been living, so, what are you? Anyways, like you're saying, well, I do not know either. The last thing I recall was my orders. Kill this person named Iron Man. Or an Iron something. I can't remember the rest. It's all foggy still. It was like, oh, okay, so are you an advanced AI? As the robot says, yes, I am, but I'm in your head. But I'm able to hack into other suits. I'm able to hack into any device around the world. Even if it's advanced, I can still hack into it. I also made the suit for you. Deku's like, for me? Why? Deku's asking as Ash says, well, if you can't be a hero, then you can be a vigilante, can't you? As Deku begins smiling, he says, man, I don't know what is it with you. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I like you, Ash. As Ash says, well, uh, if that's what you like to call me as, then Ash it is then. As Deku's like, good. Because your accent kind of is so, like, I don't know, just has a good ring to it, don't you think, Ash? Ash like says, indeed. As Ash begins telling Deku how to get into the armor. After Deku got into the armor, Deku's like, whoa, there's a lot of systems in here, and Ash is like, yeah. Plus, you're lucky this metal was not irradiated. As Deku's like, what? As Ash says, whoa, hold it. I found an abandoned military facility, and this was the only metal that was clean of radiation. So, Aztec was like, "Oh, I see." As Ash and Deku are still in the alleyway talking, or Deku's in the suit talking to Ash in the suit. As Deku begins asking Ash about what this suit does, as Ash begins telling Deku that it could fly, it has weapons, but not many weapons due to it being, I don't know, camouflaging suit. But there are different types of suits that he can make for Deku. However, Ash said he built the one that Deku's using. He built probably 50 versions of the suit that Deku's wearing. However, Deku's suit is the only suit that Deku can get into. Deku's like, wait, really, Ash? This is the only suit that you're able to, I don't know, get into? As Ash says, yes. You see, I just had to make 50 because, because they're pretty handy. And also, I didn't want this suit to be the only one, so, yeah. As Deku's like, huh, well, you definitely got my attention. I do like green camo after all. As Ash is like, huh, I kinda knew you like it because your laptop was camo. As Deku's like, yeah. So, Ash, shall we start, so, shall we start flying procedures? As Ash says, I thought you'd never ask. As Ash, as, as Ash and Deku begin flying, As it's as if Ash and Deku were meant to be together, an epic duo. After Deku begins flying up to the sky, reaching the clouds and like touching them with his hands, with his suit's hands, he begins having a blast. And Deku says to Ash, "Ash, is there anything else that the suit can do?" As Ash says, "Well, we're able, we're able to, we're able to launch rockets and fire some from 50 cal shots, but that's all we can do." Dick was like, "So," as they still fly up in the air still, as Dick was like, as Ash says, "Well, I have another design." Sorry about that. "I have this design." As this thing now is now appearing in Deku's HUD, as Deku stops in midair and begins like looking at those like the blueprints for it. As Deku is like looking at it, he says, "Whoa, that's your pack. I'm like that's a lot of firepower, Ash." Ash is like, "Yeah, I know." Ash begins like, "So this will be the suit that is, or no, this suit is going to be the Marine, and this suit is the Army." As Ash shows Deku the other suit, and Deku's like, "Whoa, that thing looks like it's built for combat." As Ash says, "Yeah, that's because it is." Also has a rifle on its back, a huge ass gun on its back, so yeah. As Deku's like, "Huh. So, I'm guessing that's going to take you some time, though, just to get the radiation off the metal, am I right?" Ash says yes. However, a robbery begin. However, I feel in using a quirk, rope can turn any part of his body into rope, and at long distance. However, he does have a limited range though, so yeah. I should have said rubber, fuck it, whatever. As Deku begins flying straight down to the guy, and then just does a badass fucking lands right in front of him, and Deku grabs the guy's throat and Deku like knocks him the fuck out with his punch. As Deku grabs the bag of money and gives it to the store owner, as then one of the pro heroes said, "Hey, you're not pro." As the thing turns around and just says, "Well, I'm not human either." As the thing begins flying up into the sky and just says bye. Of course, someone was recording this on the news, and it was, I don't know, let's just say, I'm gonna say it was Mina because she was near the store. Because yeah, after Deku got back home, Deku told Ash to leave the suit somewhere where it could be safe and wait for a signal. Ash said yes. As Deku also said, "Could you also find?" As Inko said, "Oh, sweetie, where have you been?" As Deku's like, "Oh, I just been doing some errands, mom." And Inko's like, "Okay, well, supper's ready." As Deku's like, "Well, I'm gonna eat in my room, mom. Is that okay?" As Inko says, "Oh yes, it's fine, sweetie." As Deku takes his plate into his room and closes it, and then Deku begins talking to Ash. As Deku begins saying, "So Ash, could you get out of my head into the whole, I don't know, like the entire device, all of the devices around the world?" Ash asks, "I could, but I need you to put your finger on the thumb drive on the port. As Deku does so, as Ash begins leaving Deku's mind and going into the computer and begins transferring himself into every device. Now he's access to everything in the whole world. As Deku lets go of the thing, as the thing says on the computer, download complete. As Deku says, Ash, you there? As Ash says, yes, I'm here. As Deku's like, where are you, Ash? As Deku says, Ash says, I'm everywhere. As Deku's like, so, even though that you're in every machine around the world, you're still you can still hear me, or I can still get you back into my head, right? As Ash says, it appears so. As Deku's like, so, do you want me to put you actually inside? Do you want to go back into the computer and do some research for a while, or you just want to stay in my laptop and just learn everything you can and just don't go back into my head for a while and just be like AI suit, I guess? As Ash says, I think that would be great. As Deku's like, okay, I'll see you in the morning then, Ash. So anyway, I think I might wrap up the video there, guys. I am so sorry this couldn't be any more longer, but I'm really tired, so I am so sorry. But I will make part 2. If you really like this video, please smash that like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. But anyway, I'll talk to you all in the next video. Bye!